All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We have an update that a lot of us have been waiting on. Human remains have been found, but are they the person who we think it is? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Chris Thorne Show. What's going on, everybody? I'm your man, Chris Thorne. As always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching my content. And as always, like, comment, subscribe, and share. And also follow me on Newsbreak and check out my website. It should be down in the comments section. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, again, like I said, there's been updates. Do y'all remember the child by the name of Elijah Vue? You know, another child who the mom claimed was missing. The mom dropped the child out to her boyfriend, Jesse Vang, I think that was his name, to do that, to teach him how to be a man or put him in boot camp or, you know, something like that, to that fact of the matter. You know, right now I don't have time to go back on the history of the story, but some of y'all who know the story, you can correct me on that in the comment section if you so choose, okay? The update is that they have found skeleton remains. Now, here's the question. Do they belong to Elijah Vue? Okay, so let me get this disclaimer out there, you know, because some of you knuckleheads don't listen, you know. I'm not saying that it is him, you know, but it's been put out there that they have found human remains. And the human remains is not far from where they stay at. So, hey, y'all know how these stories go sometimes, and I say it all the time, you know. At this point, you know, I don't think they're really looking for him. They're looking for his body now. And it may be a possibility that they may have found his body. But we don't know for sure until the coroner does his examination or the forensics or whatever that comes out and give confirmation that it's actually him. But again, y'all know how this stuff goes. 9 times 10, it probably is him. Ladies and gentlemen, have a listen.
News at 10, human remains found in Manitowoc County, just a few miles away from a 3-year-old boy that vanished nearly 7 months ago. Elijah Vue was last seen in the city of Two Rivers on February 20th. Police and volunteers have conducted repeated searches, but now the Manitowoc County Sheriff says a hunter found remains near a quarry on the city's west side. News Chopper 12 providing an exclusive look at the investigation scene. 12 News' Emily Polfall joining us now live. Emily, to be clear, police have not said if the remains are Elijah's.
Right. Law enforcement officials have not connected the remains found near here to Elijah's case. We're right near the Girl Scout Camp Manitou, and a camp official tells me that the law enforcement activity is on a nearby private property. News Chopper 12 was up in the air flying over the scene before it got dark out. Take a look at this. Law enforcement set up a command center with what looks like large lights and a 4-wheeler inside the wooded area. There's also a tent set up and crime scene tape. The Manitowoc County Sheriff's Office says a deer hunter found human skeletal remains on private property yesterday. Officials aren't saying the age, gender, or race of the remains. The Sheriff's Office did acknowledge, though, the ongoing search for Elijah Vue, but again said that at this point they're not connecting these remains to his case. Still, that hasn't kept the locals from talking about Elijah and the difficult past 6 months.
Such a big area that, you know, they could be there and you don't see them. And the drones, and they've went way beyond, way above and beyond to find him. You know, and everybody in town's been, you know, searching and waiting for him.
Well, if it's not him, it's still some other kid, apparently.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
True.
It's just sad no matter what.
Emily, you were able also to get a hold of one of Elijah Vue's family members tonight.
Right. I spoke with Linda Vue, Elijah's aunt, earlier this evening. She says that she personally has not heard anything from law enforcement regarding the remains found here. Law enforcement officials do say that the identification process for these remains is going to be lengthy, so they're asking for the public's patience.
Emily Pofall reporting live from Two Rivers. Thank you, Emily. As we mentioned, Elijah Vue was last seen February 20th in Two Rivers. He was 3 years old at the time. Law enforcement and volunteers have conducted repeat searches in the nearly 7 months since then. Elijah was staying with his mother, Katrina Bauer's boyfriend, Jesse Vang, when he disappeared. Bauer and Vang are both charged with child neglect, but not directly with Elijah's disappearance. 12 News has followed the search for Elijah Vue from the start of the investigation. You'll find all of those stories right now on our 12 News app.
All right, guys. Sorry for that. I'm still getting over sinus or cold, whatever it is, so I do apologize for that. So, all right, guys, y'all heard that. And again, I'm going to repeat after them. You know, we don't know for sure if this is him, but let me say this one more time. For those of you who've been following me and been following me doing these stories, we have did a lot of stories that when they say remains have been found, it be them. Malia Bass, we talking about Malia Davis. It's just so many stories that we have done on my channel that when they have found the remains, that it does come out to be them. The baby down there in Florida, Taylor Rose, she's one. It is so many stories that I have covered and other content creators have covered dealing with true crime or children's stories, that when they say they found the remains, 9 times out of 10, the remains is theirs. But I like what the lady said right there, what them two ladies said right there. You know, hey, even if it ain't him, you know, this still is a body of somebody else that was found, which could be possibly a child, and which that is sad. I totally agree with that. You know, for some reason, these past years, it's been like attack on children, left and right. There's been attack on children. I don't know what the hell going on with these moms. I don't know what the hell going on with these dads. I don't know what woman's putting in the sauce in the spaghetti for the dude. And I don't know what Kool-Aid the dude is making for the females to drink. But it's just like a lot of these folks is getting a hold of something and they become possessed or something. You know, it's a motherfucker ridiculous how these children is just being wiped out like that. And a lot of times by the hands of their own parents, or their parents are serving them up on a silver platter for other people's to do it. It doesn't make any sense. And if I doubt that it ever will, I doubt if it ever will. Because when you ask them why they did it, you can't get a straight answer. But when you listen to the story, the answer 9 times 10 would be that they doing it to try to keep somebody in their life. And they treat the children as the children is getting in the way of them having companionship or stuff like that in their life. That's how a lot of these parents treating these children now. Like, they the problem. They getting in the way out of things that will get them satisfaction and gratification. We have a lot of stories about this, that these parents are killing these children just to be with somebody else. And nobody should come first before anybody's children. They shouldn't. But sadly, this is the way of the world now. I don't get it. Probably never will get it. Probably never will. But anyway, guys, stay tuned. You know, a lot of us who have been covering this story, we're going to be patiently waiting to see that if it is him. You know, which me personally, I feel like it is him. And then looking at the map that they show how they said how close it was, you know, 9 times 10 is him. 9 times 10 is him. But hey, I can't say for sure. You know, they're just my thoughts. Y'all tell me what is yours, all right? I'm your man, Chris Thorns. As always, you know what I'm saying? Look, y'all be safe out there, man. Look, man, take care of your children, all right? You had them, take care of them. It's nobody else's fault but yours. It ain't nobody else's responsibility but yours, All right? It ain't nobody else's responsibility and fault but yours, especially if you chose to have it. Nobody else's fault. Anyway, guys, stay tuned. I'll catch y'all next time. Thank you for listening.